Like, oh my God, this might be clip of the year.
Clip of the year. I think this could be it.
No, I think this is the clip of the year, chat. It's so based. God damn it, dude. You're such a loser. Oh my God. Oh my God. This might be clip of the year, chat. Yeah. Yeah. It's based. Yeah. Take a shower. Take a shower. Go outside. See the daylight for once in your goddamn life. Oh my Lord. Pick up a weight. Lift some weights. Stop drinking Dr. Pepper. And I say this as someone who loves drinking Dr. Pepper. Go outside. Enjoy life. Why do these people do this? Yeah, he says that while this happened to Emaru. That's the other side of it. Yeah. He'll do 8 hours talking about how it's up that this, weird stalker ass people show up and harass Emaru. But then he masturbates with his stupid ass incel ass audience when it happens to someone he doesn't like. It's called hypocrisy. Okay? I know a lot of people love talking about hypocrisy. That's hypocrisy. This is precisely what I was talking about when I said these guys literally egg on their fan bases so that they can get one socially maladjusted loser from their fan bases to finally take the step and go outside in person. And then they egg that shit on. Back in the day, swatting, for example, or this kind of behavior was frowned upon in the entire community. People would never actually highlight it or promote it. That time is gone now, okay? Is no holds fucking barred. It's so crazy. Yeah. Yeah, based. Next time you should have a gun. Yeah. Also, that unwashed has been running away from having a conversation with me for the past 2 years almost at this point. So think about that. Think about how cowardly you have to be that you have to sit around in your little hug box and talk about how shit I am and how dangerous I am and how the government should actually take action against me. And then celebrate when finally someone comes up to me in public, even though you're scared to go outside on your own, and celebrate that sort of thing. But you can't even deal with me in person. It's just stanky ass cowards. All of them. Losers, man. Hasan compares his sniper being to sexually assaulted. That's not what you mean. I can already tell this line of attack. Yeah, I know. But it's still hypocritical. This is what I mean when I say there are content creators who egg this shit on, right? There are content creators who egg this shit on. That was not like a horrible situation at all. Partially because I'm a big boy. I can handle myself. And I think I handled it fairly well. So much so that they had to literally mute a part of the reaction where I was like, hey, man, have a good day. And we just moved on, right? But what do you think is going to happen next time when you are celebrating that sort of stuff? What if next time the guy actually doesn't just have like a Kaya photo, but instead actually has a gun, has a knife, does something more up? What if some people have already done something like this? What if some people have already stalked someone like myself and maybe I haven't talked about it publicly? What if people have already stalked my physical location and tried to assault me and people around me? Do you feel like it's a good thing that you keep celebrating this? I guess you'll make more content if the next time someone does something such as that and they actually have a gun or a knife or something like that and I experience bodily harm, you'll turn around and go, oh, how could this have happened? You don't know. You don't know. Just because I don't talk about every single thing that I do off camera doesn't mean that you should let go of your principles and entertain this kind of thing. Anyway, really stupid. It is truly a stupid thing for someone like Asmongold to entertain this kind of stuff. It is. It's a very, very stupid thing for him to do. Because not only could something far more consequential happen to me after he has egged it on and cheered it on without saying, hey, I think it's really up. If you're like a hater of a content creator, you probably shouldn't approach them in public like that. Instead of saying that, which would be the normal thing to do, you celebrate it. What happens when someone comes up to me and actually has an interest in engaging me with, engaging me in a more physical way? What if that's already happened? What if that's already happened? Just because I haven't talked about it doesn't mean it hasn't happened. What if that's already happened? What if it happens to you? Content creators know that other content creators' addresses are fairly easy to find online, whether it be my address or whether it be Asmongold's address. Content creators also know that other content creators are constantly having to deal with this kind of stuff behind closed doors. There's a reason why content creators don't talk about this kind of stuff in order not to egg it on. What happens when this happens to you the next time you're going through a drive-through at Wendy's? Let me tell you, I won't respond in the same way that you're responding here. Okay? You don't even have to go outside, by the way. You know he ain't leaving his house. It doesn't matter. It's just crazy. Like, all sense of normalcy is completely dropped. He's one of the largest content creators on this platform. And he's over here celebrating a random ass hater showing up and stream sniping. Do we really want to do that? Is that really the game we're playing nowadays? Is that really what the standards have become? Are you that stupid and that short-sighted that you don't realize that this could genuinely harm you? I'm a public personality, and so are you, Asmongold. Your house mold is not going to stop someone from trying to do the same thing that they do to me, that you egg on with your community. I know for a fact that people already do that to you as well. So you know better than most other people not to entertain this shit, and yet you do. Because in that moment, you feel big. You feel, yeah, I gotta say this. I gotta say this to my audience. I gotta say that it's actually based and it's awesome. It's so strange. What you see in terms of harassment, as I've talked about with the Emaru situation, for example, is the tip of the iceberg. There's an unspoken rule among content creators in general where we don't talk about this sort of stuff. We don't highlight this sort of stuff, and we instantly criticize this sort of stuff because we all know what goes around comes around, and there's not a lot of protection against this sort of psychotic behavior. Okay? And I know for a fact that Asmongold has to deal with that in his day-to-day experience as well. He just doesn't talk about it, neither do I. But the difference between myself and Asmongold is that if someone were to approach Asmongold like that, I wouldn't be celebrating it. Okay? Yeah, he can farm this all day, every day. But if he hears my words, I think he'll understand man to man. You can farm this shit, but what goes around comes around, Asmongold. And before people say, oh, he doesn't go outside, it doesn't matter. Content creators know that it's not just about going outside. Asmongold personally knows it's not just about going outside. Just as I personally know it's not just about going outside. When there's a will, there's a way. When you're in the same spot day in, day out, live streaming, people can figure out exactly where you live, just like they know where Asmongold lives and just like they know where I live. So don't talk like that. Okay? It's not just about stream snipers, you moron. It's what you consider to be permissible, what you are leaning into with your audience. Inevitably, people are going to do more of the stuff that I know you've experienced already. Stop tapping the glass before it taps back at you in a way where you can't deal with it any longer. This is the reality. This is what I despise about Ethan Klein and Destiny and Asmongold and Dan Saltman, whose addresses are all readily available in the same exact websites and platforms that they rely on, that their fan bases go to find my address, to harass me. Okay? These guys are equal opportunity autists. They're equal opportunity cyberstalkers. You're playing a very dangerous game when you lean into this. This is one big crash out. Just saying, if you want to see this as a crash out, go ahead. See it as a crash out. I don't think it's a crash out. This is just factually accurate information. Maybe framing this as a crash out makes you feel better about not even yourself, but about the feelings of your favorite content creator. As long as you just go, oh, he's crashing out actually, then you can spare the feelings of your favorite content creator, which is so pathetic, by the way. It's a pathetic way to exist. What I've said so far is no different than my commentary after Emaru was sexually assaulted at TwitchCon, at the meet and greet. I said the exact same things then as I'm saying now. Leaning into and promoting and celebrating random people showing up as stream snipers on streams of other content creators you don't like, that's creating a dangerous environment for you too. You think you're farming this shit right now, but I know for a fact you're dealing with it on the back end. You're dealing with it in your day-to-day life. I know for a fact that you're dealing with it because every content creator deals with this shit. Why the do you think you'll be spared? It's incredibly, incredibly short-sighted that you think you can make one YouTube video off of this and then it won't come back around to you, especially when it already has come back around to you. This is not a crash out. It's more so a warning. He's going to blame you, FYI, for what? For saying that you shouldn't turn around and lean into people, random people showing up on people's streams? Really? It's going to take time away from his 18th video about how I'm a dangerous, radical terrorist, anti-Semite. I know what you mean with egging this on. Clip of the year, Patriot. So what message does this send? The next guy has to do something bigger to get a similar reaction from his favorite streamer or Discord comm. Exactly. That's it. That's what it is. And I know he knows that. Okay? Gonna spit it in my honest opinion. I know. But I hope he'll understand what I'm saying here. When you incentivize your audience to go after people in the physical world that you don't personally like, eventually that's going to turn on you. Okay? And that's not a good time for anybody. Okay? In any case, I'm sure he'll turn around after literally celebrating someone showing up and being like, oh, I thought it was just like a meme. I think so. I think it's a meme. I think it's ultimately harmless at this stage, right? But when you got freaks like Roachman being like, yeah, this is the clip of the year, you're telling your audience that they need to do more of it, okay? You're telling your audience to stalk my ass in the real world. That's not healthy. That's not healthy for me at all, and that's not healthy for you either, okay? It's ridiculous. You're telling your audience that, you know, this is what they got to do to get You're telling your parasocial fans that they got to do stuff like this to get your attention, that you'll highlight them, that you'll give them praise. What are you doing? What are you doing? This time it was fine. How do we know next time is going to be fine? How do we know that the previous instances that maybe weren't on camera were less fine than this one? There was a time and place when that kind of celebration would have been immediately banned, okay? Like, I cannot believe it. I'm one of the biggest content creators on the platform. Asmongold's one of the biggest content creators on the platform. A stream sniper shows up. Asmongold celebrates it. 4 years ago, Twitch would have instantly banned Asmongold. Like, no questions. Anyone who does shit like that, they would get banned. If I did that, I would get banned, okay? Straight up. It's gone. We don't live in that world anymore. It's crazy. He's doing damage control on his stream so hard right now. Good. I think he should tell his audience not to do that.
Personal safety. I would not react to stream sniping clips of him because of that. Because I know that, like, I know what it's like to deal with stuff like this, right? And so, like, if he doesn't want me to, I would not do it. If you want me to be honest, right? Because I know how problematic it is. But, like, I really don't think this is over the line. I don't think it's over the line at all. It's just a funny guy just, you know, just taking a piss, right? It's not a big deal. So I don't know if he's upset about that or not. No idea, but yeah. It's just a meme. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look like it's being okay. It doesn't look like it's done with like malicious or aggressive intent. So yeah. And that's what I would say. Holy, yeah. Seen a recent tweet of him reply to Dexterdo's fan account about Rakai's ban.
He's doubling down? No, he's not doubling down. He's backing down.
Mistake, basically. Yeah, I did see that. Absolutely.
Come on, dog. He literally printed out a photo. Like, the level of effort that person put into it, he could have put into something much worse. Okay? That's not normal behavior. That's not normal behavior at all. Oh, it's just a meme. Let's move on to another drama thing. You said that to 36,000 people, by the way. Clip of the year. That shit's gonna go on your YouTube page, get 1 million views. That shit's gonna go on Twitter already. He always does this cop out. If Hasan wants me to stop talking about something, he should message me and I will stop. Maybe use your common sense. It's ridiculous, man. Think critically. The only reason why I know about what he said is because he literally said it on, and it made its way to Twitter already. What will it take? What will it take? Also, it's not a surprise to me that every right-wing account posted it. Every single one. The clip of the year has been up on his YouTube for 2 hours already. Are you serious? He's like, oh, I didn't realize it. I didn't realize it. There is no way, dude. There's no way that shit's already on his YouTube. No. Yes, 20 minutes after.
This, I think, might be the clip.
He's never been speechless in all his life. Yeah, dumbass. I wasn't speechless here either. 3.5 thousand likes. Brother, it's muted. Think critically. I responded to the person. I said, nice to meet you. He responded back. They edited the clip. These people are so stupid. 120,000 views in 2 hours, Asmon. And it's the edited clip too. It's not even me just going like, it's not even me going like, hey, nice to meet you, man. Not only is it, what do you say? What do you say? What do you say to this? It wasn't enough that some dude pulled up, but they had to literally edit it as though he like got one on me and I was like devastated by it or some shit. Like they muted it.
Hey, free Kaya. Free Kaya.
And then they start playing music. Wait, they just, wait.
Jesus, I'll tell you what, the power of...
Why would anybody do that? Why would you go to this length? Why would you go to this extent to literally mute the VOD? This happened 3 hours ago, okay? This happened 3 hours ago. Guy shows up. It's fine. It's not like a big deal at all. They straight up edit the VOD to make it seem like I was like, oh my God, I don't know what to do here. And then it's already on Asmongold. It's on Ethan Klein's. It's on Ethan Klein's Instagram. It's on Tim Pool posts about it. Keith Richards or whatever, like the not Keith Richards. I don't know. The entire right-wing orbit posts about it instantly. And it's all the same edited clip. It is so incredibly coordinated. How do people not realize that this is like just straightforward slop? And also, when you lean into this, and the same goes for Tim Pool, who complains about getting swatted all the time. Every single right-wing account was like, oh, this was so awesome. Hey, dumbass, you go outside too. What do you think they're going to do or say to you when you go outside? You got a lot more haters than I do. I don't give a shit about going outside. I'll go outside every goddamn day. You are terrified of going outside. You got more haters than I do. Why the f do you think you can just lean into this shit on the internet? Someone took Tim Pool's beanie and he talked about it as though it was an assassination for years on end. Guy stalks me with malicious intent. It's not that big of a deal at the end of the day because, you know, I'm going to diffuse that situation because most people are not going to behave too crazy in the normal world, right? But like, there's a lot of effort that he put into this. Do you not think that this is not normal behavior? Do you think that this is behavior that should be celebrated? Are you that stupid? Again, I mean, you're just, when it happens to a content creator you like, you go, oh my God, how could this have happened? It's so devastating. We really need to stop allowing shit like this to happen. When it happens to a content creator you don't like, you go, oh hell yeah, he deserved it. It was awesome. I love these memes. Not realizing that when you actually normalize that sort of behavior for content creators you don't like, it's going to happen to a content creator you do like as well. Okay? That's it. Well, it kind of backfired because looking at the picture, it just looks kind of dope. You should just lean into it and make it your PFB. These people are so weird. Yeah, I know. It's not what this guy did that's the problem. You understand that, right? Like the intent behind it is the major issue. The effort put into it is the problem. Okay? Yeah, whatever. He pulled up with a photo of Kaya being electrocuted. It's a funny meme. I don't give a shit about that. Do you not understand? It's the fact that someone took that level of initiative and effort to find where I'm at when I'm obviously like unafraid to put my location out there to do that. A person that does that, that gets this level of immediate praise and celebration, is going to create copycats. Content creators know that it's going to create copycats. And not only will it create copycats, it will create more dangerous copycats where people will constantly try to push the envelope. They will try to do something more impactful because this doesn't work, right? This is just regular harassment. It didn't work. It didn't like get a rise out of me or whatever. So next time they're going to do something different. Where will it end? Okay? That's the question. That's the issue. These people act as though I incite violence, right? I'm inciting violence. This is directly an incitement for more violence. And it's also directly incitement for more violence that will come back to you inevitably as well. It's a really, really, really thing to do if you're a content creator. And it's also very short-sighted for you to do as a content creator. That's it. Yeah, Destiny encourages audience to stalk me in the past. It's happened before. That didn't stop me. I still go outside. Remember the I'm shaking guy at the DNC? The guy that came up to me at the DNC and was like, Destiny made you. It was like a brief moment. It was a brief interaction. It didn't matter. Destiny literally retweeted the guy, celebrated his behavior in his community. And then that same Destiny also said someone should kill me in the streets. Who's actually inciting violence now? I'm not saying that about Destiny or anyone for that matter. That one was cringe. What, you think this is not cringe? This is also cringe, but it doesn't matter. My point, of course, this is cringe too. I mean, he wore a mask, like he was uncomfortable about what he was doing. It didn't actually get the intended outcome that he was looking for. Like, this is also great. It's very cringe to seek out someone that you despise with like that level of forethought. Okay. It's a very cringe thing to do. I'm never going to do that. You know, I don't think a healthy person does that. I mean, he literally went to like whatever the Irish equivalent of FedEx Kinko's is to go and get this printout. You know, that's a lot of forethought put into this thing. It's a very cringe thing to do. It's a very creepy thing to do in general. Masking is good behavior. COVID still exists. You have to be the dumbest person on the planet, right? Like, you think this person is COVID conscious? You think that's why he's wearing a mask? What's the left tendency here? I swear to God, you could watch a dude walk into a school with an AR-15 and a bunch of children, and I'd be like, oh, he's wearing a COVID mask to protect his identity. And you'd turn around and be like, actually, he's COVID conscious. Have you thought about the fact that he doesn't want to spread disease? Yeah. What if the school is long COVID? Are you okay? Are you brain dead? No, that person wasn't joking. That's definitely a COVID conscious person. Yeah, maybe he's immunocompromised. Check your privilege. Yeah, he probably is. My bad. My bad, chatter. Yeah, ICE is also masking up because they're COVID conscious. That's why they're putting masks on. You nailed it. Anyway, I think I got my point across. I hope it was able to reach the intended audience. Be more careful with the way that you're promoting. And this is not just a message for Asmongold. It's for Tim Pool. It's for all these right-wing losers that are jerking off to this kind of shit, not realizing that I'm not afraid to go outside. If I die, I die. You are afraid to go outside. You're afraid to go outside because you're worried about something like that happening to you. But then you sit on the internet and celebrate that shit. And then you complain about getting swatted all the time. Suck my d, okay? You are leaning into it. You are normalizing it. That's it.